Welcome everybody here to the Martin Segal Theater Center at the Graduate Center CUNY. My name is Frank Henschke and I'm the director of the Segal Center. Our center bridges academia in professional theater, international, global, and American theater. And whoever has followed that over the last decades knows that, we really give an overview of what's happening on planet Earth when it comes to theater. People sometimes call it the United Nations. But this includes very often to go outside Manhattan, what people don't really want to do, or they think that nothing could possibly happen. But it's really not true. There has been a great movement, I think, to diversify, a great movement of decentralization. It's in Pittsburgh, it's Houston, so many, Philadelphia, so many centers, and also upstate New York is something what we think is of interest. It's called the Celebration Barn, and it's an evening of Affinity space actor training, and we have with us the executive artistic director David Brun here with us, and which is really great. Come there, take a mic. He's an old friend, young old friend of the Segal Theater Center, and he also teaches at NYU and runs the Celebration Barn. He's been a prelude of he's been the curator of our Prelude Festival, where we show upcoming work of the season of New York actors, New York ensembles, New York theater directors, and playwrights. And he did a great work, so we really love him and his work. He has done serious work on the Foundry book, which shows us the history of the great Foundry theater, which came into birth and into the world by Melanie Joseph. And we here at the university, we carry about history, because only if we know where we come from, we know where we are and where we are going to. And he created an archive of that great company. And now he is up in the Celebration Barn, and we said, David, share with us what you are doing. So here he is tonight, and here is his gang of actors and friends. And if you have a cell phone, please take it out for a moment and make sure it says, what does it say? Silent or not ringing? If it's out, you have it all out? What? Vibrate maybe even, yeah. So again, thank you so very much. The evening should be about an hour, David, an hour, 15 minutes.
No, it'll be closer to 8:15 when we wrap.
8:15, yeah. Okay. So so again, thank you all for coming. We need great theater, but we also need a great audience. So for all of you taking time out of your life, it really means a lot to us that you come and listen what fellow artists, what artists have to say. It is truly important to listen. It's meaningful to our life. We also welcome our viewers on HowlRound. We thank Vijay and Thea, and also up there in the booth, Norit and Anna Sophia. So it means a great lot to us that we are streaming live, also internationally. 15, 20 countries might be watching now. So thank you all, and it's also archived, so you can go back to it. So now, David, tell us a little bit. What are you up to?
Thanks, Frank, and thank you all for coming so much. I am the executive artistic director at Celebration Barn, which is in Western Maine, in a tiny town called Paris, not to be confused with Paris, Texas. And I am, among many other things that I do, like I said, I am the director. I was also the co-head janitor of sorts. And I'm really a humble servant to the people who come to the Celebration Barn and lead workshops. So our primary program are week-long residential workshops. And when I took the job in the fall of 2021, I was looking for instructors to hire, and I was extremely inspired by the work of some of my peers who had co-founded and were leading Encompass Collective. And I'll let them say a little bit more about the company, but essentially what I do as the artistic director of the barn is I look for teachers, and what it means to be a teacher is that you have students. And the real test of whether you are a teacher is whether you have earned the trust and attention of the people you seek to serve. That's the hard part. The less hard part is running a 200-year-old barn that happens to have a 115-seat theater in it and enough square footage where people can train. But what Janelle and Shalia and Budi and Taylor and Elijah had done was really create this Affinity space actor training, which is our subject tonight. I just want to give a little bit of context to what we do at the barn and the workshops that they lead, the Encompass Collective Summer Retreat and the Visit. We have some alumni from those workshops with us tonight, which is really exciting. It's really wonderful to see all of you here. Okay, so I'm going to run through my little adjunct NYU instructor PowerPoint before we get to the real event. Come on, we've got some actors happening. So, I just wanted to say, Affinity spaces have played a really important role in theater history. both from the time, where there were kind of not self-consciously affinity spaces like the Yiddish theater or the Shetland circuit, but especially in the modern era, where often artists of color are working in predominantly white institutions. So as an artistic director, I felt like it was very important that the barn use some of our resources in space. Am I feedbacking on the mic? You know what I'll do? I'll do a little walk and talk. That's what I like. I felt like it was really important that we be a very good host. That's what we try to be. And again, I felt like Encompass and The Visit were the right, theatrical organisms to exist in our environment. So that's just, I wanted to put that context. And then Celebration Barn, it's a performance, Center for Physical Theater and Performance is located in Paris, Maine. It was founded in 1972 by a world-renowned mime, believe it or not, who believed for some reason that the best place to form an international art school was in a dilapidated horse barn in the middle of Western Maine. We do have mime classes, but we've really expanded the artistic purview. The basic commitment to Celebration Barn is to performer-generated work. It's to people who author the event in space, in the room. Now, you'll see tonight people who do scenes, so I appreciate actors in addition to the clowns, mimes, acrobats, and other misfits that we have. But we are really committed to what can happen in shared time and space with very good performers who are dedicated to their craft. So that's a little bit about us. And we've been presenting the Encompass Collective Summer Retreat and The Visit since 2022. In fact, just a little backstory here. What we often call the OG Visit in 2022 was the first workshop we ran, that I ran as the artistic director, and everybody showed up. We were really excited. It was a beautiful day. And then we had one person test positive for COVID. So then I sent my other colleague, Megan Robichaux, who's working in the booth right now. I sent Megan home, and I just thought, all right, all of us are just going to be here, and we're just going to get COVID. And we're going to act as long as biology will allow us to act. And then it became freezing, and now we were all cold. And one of the actors here, who I won't name, sat under the heater one night and slept in the theater as opposed to sleeping in the cabin. And I couldn't tell if that was the best or the worst way to start this whole adventure. But the fact that Budi and Taylor and everyone else are still here is just a real testament to their fortitude and generosity. So, if you come there, it's usually more comfortable than that, but just know. All right, we're going to play a video that a student last year during the Encompass Collective made, Miraja Metcalf. So video, sound, et cetera, is always a little dicey. So Megan's going to lower the lights a little bit, and then I'm going to hit play, and hopefully, we all know this game, it works.
I am so obsessed. I want to champion for the Yabani de Makamishi Ule. Upon make I see Ule. Yam love one city. If you make a bad man sing,
what I love about that video is it gives you a sense of both the art making and the community building that happens. You can also see some of the facilities we have. So we have a theater, we also have a rehearsal space, we have an outdoor space, an outdoor stage. Some of you in this room are all too familiar with the kitchen and the highs and lows of that, as well as some of the other spaces. But it's a really great place for people to connect and hone their craft. So I'll just give a couple numbers here. So we've had 44 students, actually worked out exactly, interestingly enough, the same numbers. But over the last 3 years, we had 44 students at each workshop, and this year we'll welcome 16 to each. Each year we've raised, somewhere between $5 and $10 grand for these programs. We subsidize them as aggressively as we are able, and then we also, for the Encompass Collective Summer Retreat, will provide transportation from New York City to the barn. So we really try to meet artists where they are, often the artists who are deepest in the game, who are committed to their craft, and perhaps at the beginning of their journey, as artists have the fewest resources. So we really want to try to make these programs accessible, and that's been a huge part to the team here. We'll have one more video. These are just some testimonials, again, to give you a lay of the land before I turn it over to the main event. So, Megan, if you can change the lights. And again, hopefully this works.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Denise LeBron, and I'm from the Bronx, New York.
Hi, my name is Sneha.
My experience at the Encompass Collective.
My experience at the barn with Encompass Collective.
My experience in barn.
My time at the barn with Encompass
was transformational, to say the least.
Was one that allowed me to recognize the artist that I am and the artist that I can be and will be.
Empowering, transformative, and illuminating.
Not only was I able to gain a beautiful community of artists, but I was pushed to go beyond my limits and do it completely judgment-free, without the fear of failure or falling on my face or looking a little bit silly.
It was a place that gave me permission and encouraged me to take up space.
And I was just accepted for everything that I am the moment that I walked into the door.
Very unique because I was training with global majority artists who were coming from very different background, culture and countries, and I felt like though we were very different, we were very similar, and that gave me a very home-like feeling, which is very rare.
A place that I feel like I was reminded of my power that I hold within.
And it also gave me a self-assurance that my background, my culture, my roots, my voice, all these things are my powers.
Reminding myself of being rooted, being in my will, being in my truth, and always being my authentic self within my art. It makes me such a better actor and an artist and a storyteller.
And was brought on by Dr. Budi Miller.
Budi Miller there.
Budi was also bringing this very interesting mix of Balinese Hinduism and its wisdom and Western artistic life, and also importance of spirituality.
I can't thank them enough. I can't compare that experience to anything else.
And it's a place that I continue to return to because I know it will aid in my growth, and a place that I know I will be pushed and has continued to push me on my journey as an artist.
They see the artist that you are, and they try to just pull more out of you. And it has been one of the best experiences of my life.
Overall, it was just, it's amazing. I'm thankful to be a part of the Encompass Collective. I'm thankful for the community, and I'm so thankful for the love that y'all all have given me.
And that's why I want to go back. Thanks.
I hope y'all have a good one.
All right. I think all those people did come back, actually, after that video, which is great. All right, let's bring on the Encompass team. And do you guys want to set up? I can vamp a little bit while we get the scene set, or what would you prefer?
Yeah, let's do that quickly. Yeah,
okay.
I might as well. But,
So they're going to set us up. We're going to have some live rehearsal, give you a sense of the pedagogy in action. First from the Encompass Collective team, then from the Visit team. I'm going to get out of the way. And we can turn off the projector if Anna Sophia and Megan want to, because I think we're good with the slides. All right, everyone, welcome Janelle Chu and Shalia Latour.
Collective and one of the co-founders.
Hi, I'm Shalia Latour, and I'm one of the co-directors of Encompass Collective.
Oh.
Also got notes because we're actors, but we're trying.
We did not get off book, I'm so sorry.
We just want to thank you all for coming to witness the work that we do at Encompass, as well as thank you to the Segal Center for allowing us to share what we do, where we've been, and where we're going together.
Encompass Collective was started by 4 Yale MFA grads. We offer actor training for global majority actors, and we support global majority early emerging teachers, acting teachers. We offer training that is dedicated to uplifting the storytelling practices and traditions of the global majority. By decentering Western European pedagogies, we feel that it really cultivates a room that can really honor the full spectrum of every single person. A lot of the skills and techniques that we learned in conservatories like Yale School of Drama are many of the same skills and techniques that we share with our students, but we do it with a knowledge and the respect that these traditions are centuries old. They come from cultures from all around the world.
And so one of the things we get to do for our students is we let them be themselves in the room. And that can seem very simple, but in a lot of spaces, that is made complicated. We allow them to have their ancestors, their lineages, their cultures, their elders be at the center of their training. And while we celebrate both of our commonalities as well as the nuances within us, we get to actually look at the actor in a way that is idiosyncratic, and they get to choose where they begin.
As we have grown over the years, we have had incredible support from our larger community, from mentors, from organizations like the National Alliance of Acting Teachers. We've been recommended by one of our acting teachers at Yale and also the dean of David Geffen School of Drama at Yale, James Bundy. And through these connections, we've been able to collaborate with organizations all across the country, including one of them being the Theater Gap Initiative, which was started by Tony Award winner for his service in education, Corey Mitchell. He started Theater Gap Initiative to really support students in their gap year between high school and college so they can really prepare for their BFA auditions. And this past year, I think it's only been 3 years, this past year, every single one of their students got into a BFA program.
Wow. Yeah, exactly, it's amazing. And we also have worked and done workshops with the Irene Ryan Scholarship Festival, which is a national festival for acting students and honestly all theater majors. And it's currently housed at the Kennedy Center, but trying to be kept alive with thank you. And while it is housed at the Kennedy Center, it is with a group of people who are really trying to maintain the heart of the original purpose of the Kennedy Center. We teach workshops there as well as professional panels, and beautifully, they have created the Encompass Collective Scholarship, where 4 of their acting finalists get a full ride tuition as well as their travel and accommodations paid for by the Scholarship Foundation.
Yes, and last week we actually got to go to the Studio Theater in Washington, D.C., where we held a panel with 2 local global majority casting directors and ran an audition workshop for local D.C. actors. So that's some of the work that we do. We have other collaborations. We are not going to name them all.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, the Miranda Family Fellowship.
Developing artists.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of support.
Yeah. To tell you a little bit about the space that we hold, just about all of our classes are co-taught. Typically with 2 teachers, sometimes 3. Sometimes a 4th person will chime in. But it's just because one of our mentors and amazing acting teachers, Peter J. Fernandez, gifted us this term of no masters, no gurus. And the way that we combat that is by co-teaching. It gives the students lots of points of view in the room. It gives them agency over their own training to figure out what works best for them. It gives us, as facilitators, a chance to disagree.
And so with our practice, our voices are at the center. And what we're looking to build is a future that is brighter for global majority artists, as well as the recognition that humanity is everyone who's ever been here, everyone who's here right now, and the possibility of anyone to come. So the truth we want to have in our space is that everyone is here. And for the folks of the global majority who are usually thought of or seen as the minority in the room, when in fact they are the majority of the human experience and need to be reflected so. In this current moment in America, we are so proud to stand alongside global majority teachers and students who are once again fighting for their space in the education system, as well as the professional industries. So for everyone out there and everyone here, we are happy to connect with you. What we're learning is that we want to build these spaces with you because we are the strength of the collective.
When we gather together like this and celebrate the work that we do all year round, it really does remind us that all of this is so much bigger than any one of us. We're a collective, we're in a movement that's really trying to expand possibilities and create new realities for storytellers of the global majority. Celebration Barn is one of our favorite collaborations. Thank you, David Bruin and Megan. You guys do so much work for us to make this all possible every year. And we're about to go into our 4th summer hosting the summer retreats. We are full right now, but get on the wait list. So we're really proud of that. And we actually have 2 retreat alums here tonight to share some of their work with us.
So I want to invite into this space Madison Broadway and Ariel Moore, who are doing a scene. And yes, this is rehearsal.
This is a rehearsal.
Not a presentation. We're going to be working and playing together. It's a scene from Stop Kiss by Diana Sun.
Okay, so you guys talk. Thank you. You guys talk it up.
Do you want to go first? Yeah, and what we do and how we got here and all of that great stuff. Hi, everybody. My name is Madison Broadway. I am currently in life, passing through, but I am literally 1 month out from finishing undergrad at New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. I was fortunate enough to be able to come to the Barn in its 2nd year, I believe, in 2023, with the Encompass Collective, and that was just, groundbreaking. Just exactly everything that Shali and Janelle just explained. They really do everything for global majority artists. And it's so awesome that me and Ariel are here together because we did our first scene at the Barn together, and to be able to come here and just share with you all, it's really, really special.
All right, I'm gonna add on to that, piggyback off of that. Hi everyone, my name's Ariel. I'm from Harlem, New York. Like Madison just said, I first did Encompass in 2023. Literally, I had graduated from SUNY Purchase with my BFA in acting in May. So maybe what was that, a month or 2 afterwards? So literally right after graduating, I did Encompass, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I feel like I didn't even know what to expect, and I'm so grateful for Budi Miller because Budi taught a guest class at Purchase, and a couple of people from my company attended. Sinise LeBron, who was one of the testimonials, me and her attended that, and I remember afterwards we were like, "Yo, we got to work with Budi again." We just had never experienced something like that. Budi had us hands on our knees, decolonizing those hips. It was just something that we had never experienced in our 4 years of being at Purchase. And I remember Budi was like, "If you guys want to work with me, I'll be teaching at the Encompass Collective at Celebration Barn." And we literally were the next day we were on Google. We were looking it up and looking at the application. We filmed our videos together the night before we graduated. Literally the night before we graduated college, we submitted our auditions and we filmed it together. And I'm so grateful for that experience because we really held each other down through that. And then Sinise and I were blessed enough to come back last summer to do Encompass for a second time, and that was so amazing because I think, at least for me, I can only speak for myself, returning, I didn't, all those like worries and maybe fears that I had the first time around, I didn't have. I was just like, I'm ready to go. Budi has this thing where we kind of set our intentions into the fire on our first day, and I remember I didn't, like the second time around at least, I didn't have an intention. I just was kind of like, I want to just have fun and just soak it all up. That was it, which I did. So yeah, super grateful to be here with Madison again, because she was my partner the first time I did Encompass, so this is so full circle, and just grateful to be here with y'all. Yeah, thank you.
Let's do some work. All right. Are
So-
we okay without mics?
Yeah, for the actors. That's
All right.
Oh, I just feel somebody else. Okay. And how we usually like to start in our classes is we just ask the actors, what are you working on? Versus the teacher dictating what the beginning is, right? So, Ariel, what you working on today?
Just kind of going off of what we spoke about when we rehearsed before, just kind of being in the space and remembering those givens and not being too locked in, just letting myself be free and be normal in a normal New York City apartment.
There we go. What about you?
I'm gonna work on breathing
Oh, yeah,
and
breath.
connecting with Ariel.
Yes, breath, can't forget that.
Okay. Space is yours.
Come down now.
Yeah, that means it's gonna be hard to catch a cab.
We still have time, don't we?
Not really.
We can be a little late, can't we?
Sarah, I asked you to be here by 5:30.
I know. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. Let me just warm up by the radiator real quick. Whew.
Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah. What?
Oh, nothing.
Is it like a dress-up kind of event? What are you wearing?
Oh, just clothes.
Let me see.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just what I wore to my hippie friend's wedding. So.
Let me see. Oh, you look great. I'm underdressed.
Yeah, and we don't really have time to go back to your place.
Can I borrow something of yours?
Actually, you know what? Let's just not go. I don't want to go anymore.
I thought you had to.
Yeah, technically.
Isn't your station getting an award?
Well, they are. I'm not.
So, do you want to go or not?
Well, I have to.
Okay. So, let's go. What's going on?
Nothing.
Why are you still sitting down? Let me see what's in your closet. Could I wear this?
Oh, actually, I wore that to a reception last week.
You did. I did.
Yeah, but people are going to recognize it, so.
Do you care? Callie, what the hell?
I don't know, okay?
Okay, just tell me, what do you want?
Well, I have to go to this thing.
Do you not want me to go? Is that it?
Well, I mean, you don't have to go if you don't want to go.
Callie, will you say what you want?
What? I have to go. I have to.
So let's go.
Wait, what are you going to wear?
What?
Okay, I have to go to this thing, and I want you to come with me, but I don't want you to wear what you're wearing, and I don't want you to wear any of my clothes. I mean, what are people going to say if we walk in together and you're wearing my clothes?
I'm not going. underdressed, and I'm not gonna know anyone there except for you, so forget it.
Sarah, I asked you to come with me to this thing a week ago, and I told you it was an award ceremony. Why did you come in here dressing like we're going camping?
You didn't make it sound like it was that big of a deal.
Oh, an award ceremony.
If you had wanted me to get dressed up, you should have told me to.
I told you to be here by 5:30, and you couldn't even manage that.
What's the big deal? You don't even like your job like that.
Oh, I don't like my job the way that you love yours, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't come in here at a time I asked wearing something appropriate.
Obviously, this is more important than you even made it even seem.
And
So
there's my cue. I'm gonna go. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, go ahead. Go get chased out of your apartment again.
What?
Better to plan your life around someone else's schedule than to have to
Well,
face
what do you
them.
care? What do you care? This is my apartment.
You're pathetic, Callie.
Man, fuck it. I'm staying right here. Right. Perfect. You can go. Perfect. Oh, and I'm busy tomorrow, so you can forget about the museum.
I'm busy too.
Thank you. Thank you. So, how'd that go?
I love that scene.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was great. I don't know, y'all know me. I always just want to laugh. I don't know why it's so hard for me now. I don't know. I don't know if it's the nerves or just me catching the humor while I'm in the middle of doing it, but I just always want to laugh. So I found myself wanting to laugh, but I kind of fed into it a little bit because it is kind of funny. It's like, girl, what do you want? What's going on? But you know, it was really fun. I felt like we found new things that we didn't find before we were practicing, so it was fun.
And how to go with the goals you each had for yourselves? Breath and environment.
No, I felt super connected with you in that run,
Yeah. As far as the goals that I had, mine was space. I found myself kind of coming over here, which was cool. A little bit over here. Maybe try, if the next time, maybe try to go over here. I don't know. We'll see where my body leads me. And I definitely remembered to breathe, especially when I sat down. I was just like, it's okay to have an exhale that everyone hears, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Co-teaching.
Okay. Okay, so I think for me, the biggest thing that's missing is that you are in love with each other. You guys look like friends fighting, not people who are like how in love are you right now? Like where are you in your crush?
Oh, it's crush.
It's really, you're crushing really hard on each other, right? So that has to inform every breath you take with the person, because even if the person you love is late, you don't, well, I told you to be here at 5:30. That's something you would say to your girlfriend who is like, now you're making me late. But this is, if you say that, that's all I'm saying. I need to see that every problem that comes up is not just a problem. It is a problem for your future love of your life. And then
On both ends?
yes.
Because she's more pissed than me.
Well,
I kind of come in like.
but here's the thing, it's more so it's gonna cost you something to lose each other. It can't be so easy to disappoint one another.
Right.
That's all. You're still, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You're still disappointed. You're still gonna say what you say, but that has to be there until you walk out the door.
Yeah.
And then also, is this a directing thing or an acting thing? A sense of destination. When you say, okay, well, I need to go, when I'm late, this is what he does. He holds everything in front of the door, waiting for me, like, or he ushers around behind. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, but more of a sense of destination of like, because so here's the question. How late are you? What time is it? What time do you have to be there? And if you left right this moment when she walks in the door, how late are you already?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And you can release that, right? Because these two people have never had an argument like this before. So what's going to help you is the expectation of what you would do in this space. Right? So you're cool coming out there, you have a destination first, but you need to know what you would want to do in this space with her after that. What
What was your expectation of what it would be like here? Was it gonna be a party? Was it gonna be a good time? Did you have a rough day and it was gonna become a great day?
Yeah.
So that's when you're thinking about like all these places you can go in the space. That's that, you know, that life force, right? To go where your pleasure is for your character until it gets taken.
Okay.
And
Okay.
same for you. We're late, but what did you hope tonight was gonna be, right? Awards, got a girl, people don't need to know about it, but you got one.
I got somebody on my arm, you know?
Until it gets taken away. But keep fighting for it, right? And you're gonna do that with your breath, and that's how you're gonna get environment, yeah?
Okay.
Back to the top. Yeah, you don't know, it's still a good day, you're just late. Yeah, you got an award, you got an award.
I'm a winner.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have everything so you can just run right out the door, right? Because that's how they are.
Where exactly she is. She'll be here when she gets here. I'll be waiting.
Oh wow, it's really starting to come down now.
Yeah, that means it'll be hard to catch a cab.
But we still have a little bit of time, don't we?
Not really.
We could be a little bit late, can't we?
Sarah, I asked you to be here at 5:30.
I know, I'm sorry, I lost track of time. Let me just warm up by the radiator real quick.
Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Is it like a dress up kind of event? What are you wearing?
Oh, you know, clothes.
Let me see.
It's nothing. It's just what I wore to my hippie friend's wedding.
Let me see.
Stupid button.
Oh, wow. You look great. I'm underdressed.
Hey, wait, she looks what?
You look great.
Yeah. Because that's who you love, right?
Yeah, you look great. I'm underdressed.
Yeah, we don't really have time to go back to your place.
Can I just borrow something from your closet?
Actually, I'm not really feeling it. Can we just not?
I thought you had to.
Yeah, technically.
Isn't your station getting an award?
Oh, they are. I'm not.
So, do you want to go or not?
I have to.
Okay, let's go. What?
Nothing.
If it's nothing, then why are you still sitting?
Yep, help her. Yeah, let's go.
Come on. All right, let me just see if you have something in your closet. Good.
And both you stay in it, but what are you thinking about Madison?
The fact that we gotta go, if we're gonna
And,
go, like.
and if you go and she's wearing your clothes, what does that look like?
Like we just slept together or something.
Yeah, and they don't know you're a lesbian.
Exactly.
Huh?
Could I wear this?
I mean, I just wore that to a reception last week.
Yeah, you did. I didn't.
I know, but people are gonna recognize it.
Do you care? Callie, what the hell?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, just tell me, what do you want?
I have to go to this thing.
So you don't want me to go?
I mean, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
Callie, will you say what you want?
I have to go, okay? I have to.
So let's go.
What are you going to wear?
What?
I have to go to this thing, and I want you to come with me, but I don't want you to wear what you're wearing, and I don't want you to wear any of my clothes. What are people gonna say? What are they gonna think? If
upset? Yeah, why are you upset, Ariel?
I feel like I'm offended. Like, I can't come in your clothes. Like, what's the big deal? I feel like I don't really see the big deal, and I feel like, I don't know. We're just.
But why don't you think it's a big deal?
I guess because I'm not looking that deep into it. I don't really think that people are gonna care. No one even knows me at the event. I'm only there to support you.
I'm gonna add something on there. Even though they don't know you, how would you feel that she doesn't want them to know?
Exactly. I feel like also too I'm offended because it's just like, oh, I'm like this like secret. I kind of have to like bend my appearance, my image, my being for you to feel comfortable. It's just kind of like, well, I don't see the point in me going.
Let me see how you said that.
Yeah.
You don't see the point in me going.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like a baby hurt
Yeah.
when someone you love doesn't want you to go with them.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't protect your character from that.
Yeah.
Right? Why don't you let her know one more time that you can't go?
I'm not going.
Now this.
I'm tired. I'm underdressed, and I'm not gonna know anyone there except for you. So forget it.
Sarah, I asked you to go to this thing with me a week ago. And I told you it was an award ceremony. Why did you come here dressed like we're going camping?
You didn't make it sound like it was a big deal.
An award ceremony?
Well, if you wanted me to get dressed up, you should have told me to.
Well, I told you to show up here at 5:30 and you couldn't even manage that.
I don't get the big deal. You don't even like your job.
Oh, I don't like my job the way that you love yours, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't come here when I asked you to. Wearing something appropriate.
Obviously, this is more important than you even made it seem.
Oh, you
so
hear that? That's my cue. All right, I'm gonna go now. You can do whatever you
All
want.
right, go ahead. Get chased out of your apartment again.
What?
Better to plan your life around someone else's schedule than to have to face
What do you
them
care?
and
Why are you
tell
there?
them-
This is my apartment.
You're pathetic, Callie.
You have to take that.
Fuck it. I'm gonna stay right here.
Perfect.
You can go.
Glad to.
Oh, and I'm busy tomorrow, so you can forget
Yeah,
about
I'm
the museum.
busy too.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, anything for you guys? For you guys?
Yeah. I mean, just.
I'll pay for you.
I don't know, just really like being in the moment and then being asked those questions.
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of reignites those stakes of how powerful love is, I think.
Yeah, just to add on to that, I keep thinking of in Shrek when Shrek's like, Donkey, onions have layers. Like, I feel like you guys always just peel back the skin, and I feel like that's why I love Encompass, because it's like you really get below the surface of things, and it's always that one simple question that will be like, no, literally, because I feel like when you were like, and I think that's something sometimes y'all know, like I'll intellectualize things, but I won't be able to like kind of put it into the action. I think sometimes I do need someone to kind of question something, and that can be like the little thing to be like, oh, and I feel like in that moment when you were like, yeah, it's like a baby hurt, it brought me back to those moments where something hurt me and I did feel like a child again, where I was like, I'm not going, and it shifted the scene. So I think, yeah, just those moments where you guys pose certain questions and added these little details, like even the pleasure, I feel like that was something that I tried to remember at the top before things, went sideways. I tried to keep I was like, all right, we got a little bit of time, right? We got a little bit of time, like we can be a little late, right? Like, so, yeah.
And as always, thank you for letting us be in your artistry.
Yes.
And for sharing.
Thank you, Chanel, Shalia. While we do a little strike, I'll just say I teach theater studies at NYU. I think every person who teaches theater studies should have to teach an acting class and then watch someone who's really, really good at it do it, so that they can know teaching acting is like 10 times harder than teaching almost anything else, I'd imagine. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm lucky at the barn I get to watch it pretty much every day during the summer at night, and it's been wonderful to watch Janelle and Shalia and their collaborators instruct as well. All right, Taylor, Budi. We got some doctors in the house. Let's give it up for Dr. Taylor Barfield and Budi Miller.
Hello. Hello. Is this thing on?
It's on.
Don't get me beatboxing. That'd be really upsetting for everybody involved. Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Taylor Barfield, and I am a professional dramaturg, more or less. Depends on if people pay me or not. And it is my great pleasure to work with Dr. Budi Miller on The Visit, and with Janelle and Shalia in the Encompass Collective Summer Retreat.
Yeah. I'm Dr. Budi Miller, and I'm the man that brings you decolonizing training. I'm a little bit wounded. Looks like I got shot, but I was just really happy and twisted my knee yesterday training. But I'm here.
You're here, and that's my cane,
Yeah,
if you were
because
wondering.
normally he's the one with the bad knees.
I am, well, now we both have bad knees. And it's your bad left knee and my bad right knee.
And we
have one good set of knees between the both of us.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, I want to, this is why I don't want to have a mic in my face, because I'll just start telling jokes. So, for those who don't know, The Visit actually started in 2022 with two impulses from our other leader who could not be with us tonight, Julian Elijah Martinez. First, he was craving a space to train rigorously after grad school. He was about, 7 years out of, I shouldn't have said that. He was some amount of years out of grad school and was craving a place to train, to really get into the nitty-gritty of craft and practice, and was not happy with the spaces that he found outside of grad school. And luckily, Dr. David Bruin was kind enough to invite us to the Celebration Barn, where we could have that rigorous training space. And the second impulse that started The Visit was Elijah was like, man, wouldn't it be great if we could have Dr. Budi Miller come all the way from Australia and hold this training space. And we had
done it before.
We had done it before. Yes.
Like we would meet maybe once or twice a year, because they were part of my PhD study group, which started 11 years ago. And now I'm really aging you. And after they graduated, I still just kept coming, and we find ways to train and do the work. And then it got to the point where let's have our own little place to work even harder and keep going. So that's really how it started.
And see how far we can push the work.
Yeah.
And we invited 6 brave souls up to a cold Maine spring, and we worked day and night. And one of the things that we really we determined that we were going to do when we started this process was that we were going to use all plays written by global majority writers. Yeah. We thought, man, in these actor training spaces, we work with the Shakespeares, we work with the Chekhovs, we work with the Ibsens, we work with the Tennessee Williamses, we work with the Clifford Odetses. Clifford Odets is lit, by the way. Excellent writers, all. But what would happen if we trained with writers who were crafting words and worlds for bodies like ours?
Yeah.
And the answer to that question was
a revolution.
And just some of the best fucking theater am I allowed to cuss on How Round?
Sure.
Fuck it. Some of the best theater I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I more or less get paid to watch theater, and I can't really express just how magical and rooted and straight to the heart of these plays the work with Budi and his masks evokes out of these actors year after year after year. And a lot of you have worked with Budi, so you know that I speak truth. And it is a deep privilege that I get to see these plays and these actors work year after year. And it's really the best 2 weeks of my year, getting to work at the Celebration Barn in Maine. Oh shit! They were like, "You're speaking too softly into this."
Oh, well, I think the other thing that's really important is, and it's kind of my mission in life, is to show that we have our own content. We have our own classical plays. We have our own dramatic work. We have our own work, and it's not necessary for us to try to figure out how we can fit into what bell hooks would call a imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal design for making theater, that we actually have our own stories that we can tell from our own intersections. And I think it's really cool and impressive the way Dr. Taylor Jamal Barfield is able to actually find material for every single actor that works with us from the intersection and the area that they're looking to work in their particular phase of their training. So what's really exciting is that we have the Encompass, which are the people in the beginning of their careers as actors and in the beginning of their careers in training. And at the Visit, it's more of the elite actor who is in grad school, working actor, graduated from grad school, because we have a small amount of time to get a lot of work done. We only have 5 days to get a lot of work done. So there's a shorthand you need to have in the way in which you work to achieve the levels that we work at, the high octane levels that we work at.
Deep into the night.
Yeah, deep into the night. We have our Wild Thursday where we start at 9 in the morning and end at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because we're in the current and we don't want to stop. And it takes, and you just have a level of skill to be able to reach what we do on Thursday, which is get your play on the second day you arrive.
Yes.
And then have an all-nighter the fourth day, and then repeat it on the fifth. So yeah, it's become a little movement in itself. Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what Shalia and Janelle were talking about, how our spaces are even more important now than ever with what's happening in our country as Americans. I just feel that what we've been doing just makes us even stronger in these kinds of tumultuous times in which people are trying to erase, deny, and disprove how great we are. But the cool thing is that what we always recognize is when we gather by ourselves, we create magic. There has never been a space that I have not been in that is primarily all black and brown that there wasn't magic. You know, so good luck trying, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, so it's just really, it strengthens the movement that we began 12 years ago. So I'm just very excited that you guys get to experience this version of the work that we continue to do.
Budi, would you tell the room a little bit about your pedagogy and what its influences are, and a little bit about your work, about what they're about to see today?
Okay, yeah. So in a nutshell, my work comes out of Balinese performing arts and my African diasporic knowledge, as well as the different training methods that I learned throughout my life here in the States. So we look at worlds of Michael Chekhov, Grotowski, Fitzmaurice voice work, my bioenergetic healing work, and then the Balinese performing arts, as well as mask work and clown. So wherever the actor is intersecting, I can kind of play with, you know, a bespoke design of where they need to go. I've been doing this for 25 years now, so it's quite comprehensive in my body, and it was a great exercise to turn it into a PhD to be able to articulate it. and publish it. And what we're going to do today is, once again, it's going to be another rehearsal. Scene. They've had the scene for a week. So, so it's very fresh. We're in rehearsal, and so what you saw with the Encompass would be the first round of the scene. We'd see where the scene is, see what you're working on, and then we'd have the masks do a version of the scene. So we're gonna go right into the second version, where put a mask on them, see where their scene is, and then we'll go from there. Do you want to give them a little dramaturgical information and knowledge about what they're going to see?
Yes, so the play is a play called King Babu by Wole Soyinka, who's one of the most prodigious, is that a word? That is a word, or is it from prolific? I think both are words.
Yeah, both.
But I'm pretty sure prodigious is from Digimon. Anyway, he's one of the most prolific writers coming out of Nigeria. He's written so many plays, I can't name them all. And this play, King Babu, is an adaptation of Ubuwa by Alfred Jarry, and is much more centered on. This is a theater, so I'm not going to say it. Ubuwa is itself an adaptation of Shakespeare's Scottish play. Soyinka is much more interested in the geopolitics of Africa, and the power vacuums that happen when coups d'états occur. However, it's also a comedy. So it's funnier than anyway.
As most coups d'états are.
So we're going to invite Whitney Andrews, thank you, and Abigail C. Omunali.
Yeah. Should they talk about the visit first and then go into it?
I think so, yes. Who are two Visit at the Barn alums. Thank you kindly.
You go first. Right. Hi, everyone. My name is Abigail. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I was the OG, one of the OGs of the visit. I was the one that David was talking about that was sitting under the heat. It was cold. It was me. I forgot it was me, but we all got COVID that day and we just did it. And yeah, I think that one of the most beautiful things about the visit was that I was able to, I had gotten training from my organization, and and I felt very blocked. I did. I felt very blocked. I felt very the David Geffen School of Drama at Yale, and I felt very blocked. There was a lot of things that we were working on that my body rejected. And so I hadn't worked on I had worked on one African play, Mfuniso Odofia, Sojourners, and I was like, I need more, I just need more. And then we drove our asses to Maine and got COVID and all sat there and worked. It was like 5 of us. And it was actually one of the most transformative experiences of my life. I didn't think I didn't think I could get to this point as an actor, and it broke me and also built me to a place where I felt like nothing could be impossible for me to do, including even white work. Now I feel like is like meow, whatever, let's do it. But if I can dip my toes into works of color, it's because of Budi and because of Taylor and David and this community, for sure.
I found the visit through Abigail, actually. Abigail just told me, she's like, I'm going to Maine tomorrow. Do you want to come? And I said, yeah. And so I had no idea. So on the car ride to Maine, the 4-hour car ride, I'm just hearing different takes on this man named Budi Miller that we happened to run into randomly at a pit stop in the middle of the highway.
Right outside of Wisconsin.
So crazy.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so I had no idea what I was going into, but what I found was like just it was affirming of things I've already been trying to do at school. Like school's very intellectual, and like I've already been trying to like I remember telling Gregory, he was like, what's your prep for your scene? Gregory's one of our first year acting teachers. And he's like, what's your prep for your scene? I was like, well, right now, I'm seeing pillars of light as my ancestors in the four corners of the room. And like, that's already what I was trying to bring into Yale. And then I met Budi, and he gave me the language for that thing. And he affirmed that thing and said, yes, that is the thing. Go keep doing that. And here's other ways where you can do that. So yeah, and I still do it because I'm detoxing from Yale. And I'm like kind of putting all that stuff I learned into like my body, you know, and Budi helps me with that. This work helps me with that. Okay.
Yeah. So the scene, what's happening in the scene, Taylor? Can you let them know?
So Abigail is playing Basha Bash. Basha Bash has helped overthrow the former government and has been promoted?
Yes.
Promoted. Yeah. You'll figure it out. And his wife, Maria.
Yeah.
is asking him to strive higher, be a little smarter, be a little bit more better.
More better. Maria or Maria?
No, Maria is the other one. This is Maria.
Oh, that's Maria.
There's Maria and Maria.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Come over and get a mask.
Okay.
Careful. Make some noise. Can I have some gibberish? Can I have some Nigerian gibberish? Text.
Shege yourself. And don't forget it's early in the morning. Early in the morning for you to shake out your empty piss pot and put some decent ideas in it. Are we going to die poppers? Die poppers? Huh? You said die poppers? You early in the morning pestilence on a man's piece? Huh? Or is my hearing dislocated from all the screaming and preaching and grenade busting from taking over Reginda's regime? Eh? Are you telling me this Exactly. Well, on the she end of my favorite she goat, I'll be damned if I know what this she cow she's talking about.
Don't talk to me about this.
I
know what use you put them to in the cold mountain nights. You goat fucker from the winds of wilderness.
Come on! Be all that as his name. And I will deal with this your dog monkering all in good time. Oh, still. But Shabash don't know what you're talking about. No.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about that goat. Fuck you.
Don't fucking goat. Fuck your fucking goat, fucker. Fuck! Oh God, save me. Save me from this dithering apostate. He is so easily satisfied. You're hearing me correctly. If I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying, we are going to die paupers? How is that possible when at this very moment we are living this new and sumptuous bordello, yeah? With the blood of former occupants making a special design on the wallpaper. Special gray matter blew out from his brain, as it was me who took the silver bullet and shot it on his head. Now we are living in his mansion. I have the general stars and stripes and long service medallions given to me by Commander-in-Chief General Potapo. And you're telling me that I am going to die pauper?
I said it, yes. You are so easily satisfied.
No.
You are so easily
satisfied.
Yes, at least the predecessor of this mansion did have brains. Yes, the fatty blobs on the wallpaper prove that.
Yes. But for you, I despair. When your head is blown open, there will be nothing but soap.
No, and not even the kind that foams. Yes.
When I think of Moriah and Regina. Maria!
Yes.
I told you I never want to hear you talking about that name again.
I never want to hear you
I don't want to hear you talking about that name again. Listen, look here. When I think of it. When I think of it. I told you I never want to hear you talking about Maria again. You two army wives can play at rivals all you want, eh? If you want, you two can go fight it out in her kitchen and go slug it out with frying pans and
when I think of it, this is a hovel compared to the palace they are living in, and you are satisfied with that.
They can live in the Taj Mahal or Buckingham Palace of London for all I care. Okay. Her husband booted out of office because very, very small, figuring it out through his skin. You know, if it was me, I dreamed of flailing him alive and using his skin as cushion cover. But still, we rise on. We move forward.
Isn't there anything better than that? And of what use is that to us? Where I'm asking. Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Of what use? How can we use that? Of what use is that to us? It made me feel good for one thing. I feel good. I feel good. What is this? And so, yes, it still won't give us the palace, okay? Because your general Potipu has barricaded himself in there with his family and all the loot from the oil royalties, yes. So what is that going to do for us? What are you saying to me? Maria, her husband, yes, and the whole family, right, can go to hell. They can go to hell. Oh God. Yeah, because with these very hands, I can dig into the bottomless pod crude, all the way down to the elbows and into the stinking armpits. Oh, okay. Yeah? Oh God. Yeah? Oh God, I married a fool. No, wait. Wait, a fool. What? Wait, I'm not. Oh, and suppose your general Potipu doesn't give you the Ministry of Petroleum, huh? Just suppose. Suppose. Okay. And suppose the rain doesn't shine tomorrow. Women talking sense. Take care of General Uzi. Potipu say you can just put a bullet straight to his head, and I can get any ministry you want. Yes. Now, is that an answer for you, Mrs. Doubting Thomasina? Must I tell you what Potipu tell me? Yeah, Doubting Thomasina. Yeah, Doubting Thomasina. Okay. Doubting Thomasina. Okay, say no. I married a fool. I'm not a fool. Your general Potipu is taking the Ministry of Petroleum for himself, and you're the only one who doesn't know it. And now he's going to pack you off to the Ministry of Goats and Cows. 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 Get ready. Wait, no. You can't. Shut up. The Ministry of Goats and Cows. I cannot say Ministry of Goats and Cows. What is Ministry? Wait. Stupid. There is no such thing as Ministry of Goats and Cows in Ministry of Agriculture. And that's also his way of reminding you of your background. Yes, because if you make one false step, it's back to the mountains for you. And you can go fuck your goats there. Go. Wait, but my commander-in-chief, he said that I be trustworthy. He said, if you ask him who be trustworthy and has obedience, he said Bashabash. He said Bashabash. Oh, Bashabash, how many coupies have you had a finger in, huh? How many depositions and decapitations of heads of government? I don't know. I lost count. I lost count. Oh, I lost count. You can't lose what you never had. You never could count. Not even money. Though
So you kill for its sake.
I didn't kill myself.
Okay? But listen, I've kept count. It's 9 coup d'etats to be exact. And I suppose the commander-in-chief, the chairman for the council, presidents for life, etc., etc. Yes. So, and you think they all had absolute trust in your loyalty, huh?
They trust me.
Oh, yes. Yes, they trust you. And your General Potipu is so stupid. He hasn't learned a thing by now from all those other people, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cry now. That's right. Cry now. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, shit.
Protector of goats and goat reds.
Yes.
What do I do to dissolve this if what this woman is saying makes sense? Wait. It's time for Boshabas to be spat. Oh, yes, brain. Brain. Okay. What if I will fight his enemies. Yes. I still have a good thing. I have a Fatissima. He knows how to reel enemies in and get them out of the wormholes. Okay, and then I will kill all his enemies. And I will cut their fingers and their toenails, and I will give it to him as a birthday gift for his children, or a wedding gift for his wife in the office, and then he know that Boshebash is loyal, For his first 100 days in office, I will cut off 100 testicles.
He is blabbering. Wow. He's blabbering that special blabbering when he's scared shitless.
Oh shit.
I bet.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Turn around.
No.
I knew it. Turn around.
No, I don't know. I leave me alone.
You're disgusting.
No, I didn't do it.
If you expect me to wash your soil hands every time you are scared, turn around.
I don't do anything.
Go and
leave me.
No. Go and clean up now.
Wait.
I don't want your subordinates to see how you really are.
I'm not going to go to the bar. I'm just going to go to the restroom because I have the runs.
Oh.
Not everybody has stomach of stone like you, and you know, it's called something natural. It's called a call of nature. Shut up!
Are you still here?
Shut up!
Go! Leave me! Before I leak the news that the general leaks in his pants.
So now they're going to incorporate what they discovered in the maths work, and then redo the scene.
Shake yourself. And don't forget it's early in the morning.
Early in the morning, what for?
Early in the morning for you to empty out your piss pot and put some decent ideas in it. Are we going to die poppers?
Die poppers?
Yes.
I hear you say die poppers, you early in the morning pestilence on a man's penis. Is my hearing dislocated from all the screaming and death shooting and grenade busting from taking over Reginda's regime? Are you telling me this pinnacle pinnacle of achievement, not be some long pause of repose or that the summer of our containment is not duly earned and richly deserved.
Richly deserved.
Yes.
Ha! You make me laugh. To be rich is to be rich, whether deserved or not is nobody's business.
On the she end of my favorite she goat, I'll be damned if this she cow she's talking about.
Oh, and don't talk to me about the rear end of your goats. I know to what use you put them on those cold mountain nights. You goat fucker from the winds of wilderness.
Be it as it may. And I will deal with this mongering all in good time. Still, Bashabas don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, God, please, save me. Save me from this dithering apostate. He is so easily satisfied.
I hear you say die poppers? Yes. Now, how is that possible when at this very moment we are in this new and sumptuous bargaining with the blood of former occupants making special design on the wall, spatter of brain matter, authentic premise. As it was me who took the silver bullet, yes, and shot it through his head. Yes. And now we are living in his mansion. I am wearing his general stars and stripes and long service medallions. All in order of Commander Fortitude ahead. And now you're telling me we are going to die for. I said yes. He is so easily satisfied. Yes. And yes, your predecessor did have brains. Yes, the tattoo flowers on the wallpaper proved that. But you, oh, I despair. Oh, when your head is blown over, there will be nothing but salt, and not even the kind that falls. When I think of Moriah, shut up! Shut up! Moriah! No. I told you. I never want to hear that name again. Huh?
Yes.
You two wives, army wives can have their rival elsewhere. I will not mix soldier business with women business. If you want to fight, go to her kitchen and slug it out.
This is a hovel to the palace they're living in, and you are satisfied with that.
They can live in the Taj Mahal or Buckingham Palace of London for all I care. Regina, good head out of office. Very interesting how you got away so smooth. If it was me, I would have been flaying him alive and using his skin for tissue culture. There you got there. Push forward. But now, Bashabash, the general. Huh? And I have troops that move at my command and can push through the treasury. You see, I don't know how it has been done. And of what use is that to us? Make me feel good for one thing. It still won't give you his palace. He's barricaded himself in there with his family and all the loot from the oil royalties. Eh? Yeah. Maria, her husband, and her whole family can go to hell. clear for you, Miss Doubting Thomasina, or do I need to tell you what political said again? Listen here, okay? Listen to this, because I married a fool. Your general particle is taking that mansion for himself, and you're the only one who doesn't know it. Huh? He used you for your dirty job, and now he's going to pack you off to the Ministry of Goats and Cows. The Ministry of Goats and Cows. You said Ministry of Goats and Cows. You know what's Ministry of Goats and Cows? They're not. Oh, you are fooling me. There's no such thing as Ministry of Goats and Cows in cabinet. Ministry of Agriculture. Oh. And that's also a way of reminding you of your background. Because if you make one false step, it's back to the mountains for you. Huh? Never mind your general's uniform, your long service medals. It doesn't matter. He will pack you off back to the winds from whence thou camest. My commander and chief knows that I am loyal. If you ask for Tipu, who is trustworthy and obedient, he said, how many cookies have you had a finger in? Huh? How many depositions and decapitations of heads of government? Huh? How many? I don't know. I lost count. I lost count. You cannot lose what you never had. You never could count. Not even money. Despite your general set them up and knock them down. I can count 9 coup d'etats to be exact. And I suppose all the commander-in-chiefs, the councilmen for the thing, the presidents for life, etc., etc. And you knock them down like 9 pins, yes? And so you believe that they all have trust in your absolute loyalty. They trust me. And they trust me. I hear. And your general party is so stupid. Oh, so stupid. Hey, he doesn't even, he hasn't learned from the others by now. He hasn't. Right. Wait. I'm coming up with an idea. Okay, what if I destroy his enemies? Yes, it's a good thing I have Fortissima. He's good at reeling enemies in, even from the wormhole. And then I can solve his enemies' toes and fingernails to him as a birthday gift for his children. Maybe for a wedding gift or an anniversary for the office. Yes, listen. 100 days in office, I give him 100 testicles. He's blabbering. Wait, that stupid special blabbering when he's scared shitless. Don't I know it? No. Oh wait. I knew it. I don't want to lift me alone. Turn around. Lift me alone. You're disgusting. You're soiled out every time you're scared. I don't know anything. sometimes.
Are you still here?
It's something called
why are you
call of nature.
Why are you still here? Go before I tell your subordinates that their general leaks into their pants. I'm not joking.
Do you want to do a little debrief and then for a couple minutes, and then we'll have time for one or two quick questions, I think. I'll hand the mics to the actors. Give it for Abigail and Whitney.
So how'd it go? What was working?
Okay. You know, it's interesting. I was thinking about it, and I was feeling really like in my head about this scene, and I thought it was Whitney feeling in her head about this scene. But then in the scene, I kind of realized I think she's in her head a lot, like trying to plan and trying to do the things that he can't. So she actually is a very like thinking-bodied person, which I thought was Whitney being thinking-bodied and being anxious about lines and accent and, you know, like, but I think it's actually the character, so.
Yeah.
I'm always exhausted after these. I think that I am working with, I think that it's just like, Bashabash is just, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't, there's something about him that is so recklessly abandoned. And I think that was the thing that I was trying to figure out was when does he become king, and does he even know when the fuck that is, you know, when does he know what that means? Does he understand what that is in his body? Clearly not.
Yeah.
But like also like he's standing on business. And so it was trying to figure out that at the same time throw away the thing that I am so used to, which is the oof of it. Like it was the vulnerability at the end that I was like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, why is he crying? He's such a punk. And it's quite beautiful to see that side of a general, right? Somebody who puts their foot in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was
especially when
fun.
we get to get into your relationship. So you're actually allowed to be that vulnerable person that shits their pants. With the
Yeah, because she'll clean it up.
Yeah.
Right. I already know.
Yeah.
I already know.
This is the inside circle conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you both. I think we have time for like 10 minutes with quick questions. I'll try to wrap up here. So yeah, Budi, Taylor, Janelle, Shlee can come up here. I'll hand the microphone off to one of you, and then if someone wants to raise their hand, I'll give them this microphone, and we'll go from there. So I'll hand this off to Taylor first. So does anyone in the house want to ask a question to the team? Or anyone else? Just raise your hands. Or we'll take comments at this point too. Yes.
Hi, my name is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Also an actor as well. I appreciated witnessing these workshops from a contemporary play to a more international piece. And one thing that I've been searching for in my acting classes is physical, like embodying these characters. And so what do you think is missing the most in modern day acting classes that your company strives to fulfill?
Well, agree with you at the movement orientation and physically embodying a character, but what's missing is spirituality and a connection to something greater than self, ancestors, God, and having the audacity to keep that in the space and in the training.
I think something, at least with having actors feel comfortable in their body. I think there's creating space that is trusted for everybody to work from their impulse. I know with the the work that I'm creating and teaching. I think there's a lot of impulses connected to desire, and there's a lot of shame around desire, shame around where I want to go to naturally and experience, like sensuality-wise. So I also find that to be really important in the space, and to know who in the room has been shamed more for their desires and for their natural impulses, and to try to cultivate that, was it pleasure principle, inside of it. Yeah.
I actually do. I was like, I don't know how to answer this question, and then I realized I do. The biggest difference for me was, for example, when I did mask work in grad school with Christopher Bays, it was very important. Really great work, Commedia masks. But in that work, I was told what the mask was before it was put on my face. I was told, this is female, this is male, this is a fool, this is this one only thinks about sex, this one is disgusting, like, and then they put it on my face, and there were even examples. So then somebody would get up and it's this guy, and then they would put the mask on my face. When I started working with Budi in masks, he just put the mask on my face, and I just worked. I was not told who I was. I was not told what to do and who to emulate. I just worked. And whatever happened, happened. I was looking through the eyes of the mask, and my body was telling me what to do and how to respond, and not going into my brain and being like, because already the judgments are going to come up. I can't be funny. I don't like being disgusting. Janelle doesn't like to do that. So then it gets, too many blocks are up. Whereas with, like, can we share what the masks were that were on their face?
Yeah, these are the masks from the first series of masks that are crafted. It's a grotesque mask. Can you hold it for them? Yeah, thank you. So this masks, they all have particular physical centers that they work from. And this mask's center is deep in the earth, which is why Basha Basha was like kicking around and down in the belly. And this one is turned up, moving up into that, into your, moving up into the body, your hands, like, so because the nose is turned up, the nose is turned down. Yeah, so they're particular masks that are used for the first phase of the training.
Such beautiful objects too. I think we got time for one, maybe two questions. Yes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ayuriye. I'm also an actress and a director as well. And thank you so much, Dr. Budi, for saying that thing about the grotesque masks. That's something that I noticed during the scene, that the noses, one is turned up and one is turned down. And so I noticed it at a point where, forgive me, your name is slipping my mind, but yes, you were standing over you with the nose.
Abigail.
Whitney and Abigail, thank you. Whitney was standing over Abigail, and her nose was looking up as she was speaking about those things that the general was doing, and the ways that, kind of just thinking about the ways that her husband can come out of it, and so just more so thinking about the positive side of it. And Abigail, you were like sort of down in the dumps at that time, and you were really, just experiencing the emotionality of it, of that scene. And so I think I have more so of a comment, but I'm just really appreciative of the mask work, being able, and I wrote some notes. I put mask exercise, and I put the in silence, into the making noise, into the gibberish, into Nigerian gibberish, into Nigerian text. I was really appreciative of that transformation, as well as the way that the mask exercise encourages body work, language, movement, exploring blocking.
Yeah, did you notice that? You noticed how the mask tells you exactly what to do.
Yes.
How the mask knows exactly how to use the space.
Yes.
The mask knows exactly what objectives to play. And it's purely physical. So the way in which you were, I'm so brilliantly picking up everything. What a beautiful eye you have, because everything you said is correct, and it's coming from a physical place. And because they've trained so deeply in this way of working, they know how to take just the drop of inspiration and let the whole system take over and have fun with it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what this word next to this says. I put pauses, timing, vocal expression, moments of breath and vulnerability. And I also want to touch upon the scene that Ariel, as well as, remind me your name, please? Madison, thank you. As well as that scene that y'all performed and y'all rehearsed, actually. And I'm appreciative of the questions that y'all were throwing into the rehearsal space, as well as the effect that it had on each moment and how each beat shifted from, I'm not going, to, I'm not going, you know? And I'm just very appreciative. So thank you for this workshop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Adri. I'm currently in the middle of a conservatory style program. And when I first started, I felt this like opening up of myself, but my program is majority white, and like year by year, the people of color have like, or global majority people have dropped out. And so I find myself kind of on an island and kind of crawling back into myself and into my head, and almost like retreating from like the freedom of this craft, and the play that you can find in it. And so I'm curious, I heard Abigail use the word detoxing from training, which for me, I graduate in like a year and a half. I'm curious, from your perspectives, from Abigail and from the other folks here, what does that mean for you? What does that look like? And if you have any advice or wisdom on like how to invite that into myself. And yeah, I don't know if that's makes sense.
That's such a great question. I think it's finding spaces like this that give you the permission to actually surrender to who you are and to how you identify and how you exist in this world ancestrally and spiritually. Those programs won't give that to you. They are naturally there to, kind of pull you toward the European side of it. It is a machine. It's like it's a well-oiled machine that has been working for decades and decades and decades. So they are set in that way. So then you have to go, all right, I have that training, but also I need to I don't know who I am, and I'm trying to figure out who that person is, so I need to go and find these spaces. And here you are in this space now that you have access to these people and these bodies, so that you can now actually go deeper into who you ancestrally are and how you move spiritually in this work, because that's the thing that actually makes this work transformative, is when we see that spirituality come out of you and we go, whew, I didn't know that human being was in there.
And we get to meet your ancestors.
We get to meet them. We get to meet them. It's quite beautiful. You want Whitney? Yeah.
Sure. And for me, the detoxing that I've been doing is like, it's like everything I learned is literally in my head, and I'm just trying to like bring it down and just like actually not, because in school, the task is to call upon the things that they're teaching you, right? Like, let's see, maybe you're right about this fucking actions thing. Let's see what that is, right? I try that on, blah, 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 blah. But I'm done with that now, right? So now I can get into my body and I can figure out what parts of the work is done through my body. And then I can call upon the thing when I need it, right? When the body's just like, nah, there's something I need. I can call upon that tool when I need it, but I don't have to start at the toolbox. This is the toolbox, So that's what that really looks like for me.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, truly, we are all here. Like Dr. Budi Miller has a website, EncompassNYC.com. We have, or EncompassCollectiveNYC.com. We have a website. We have Instagrams. Like, folks who are in this room, they didn't all go to the same conservatories together. They didn't all come up from the same training. So you come in once and you'll be connected with people. We have a directory of global majority coaches if you need one-on-one time, and then be able to come hang out with us anytime you want to. And and we're working on making more spaces. But really, you don't have to think that you're I don't know a single great actor where all of their training happened in the conservatory they started with. They had to get like their individual voice mentored by people, their community. So keep pushing through, but you literally, anybody in this room already has all of us. So reach out anytime.
All right, thank you all so much. Let's give it up again for Janelle, Taylor, Shalia, Budi, Abigail, Madison, and Ariel. Thank you to Frank and the Segal Center, to Megan, my colleague running the booth.
Hey. And thank you, Dr. David Bruin and the Celebration Barn in Western Maine.
We are unfortunately sold out for the Visit Encompass Summer Retreat this year, but you can get on the wait list, and I hope to welcome many more of you to Maine. We're going to try to expand our programming next year. I always say that, but I'm really serious this time. And I'm on record now. So thank you all for coming, and as Shalia said, we're here and part of the community. So thank you so much. Have a great night.
Ashe.